You can look at my paperwork, man. My paperwork, if I was writing it to be on CNN, you know what I mean?
BMF Immortal, and it's cool. Like sometimes we switch perspectives, so it's from a law enforcement perspective.
Oh wow!
Instead of it being from the actual hustler side, of the aspirational side. Just
I don't know what you're talking about.
Right.
They ain't telling on nobody. Because if you're telling, you can't even look forward to going home.
Okay, so 50 Cent blasted Lil Meech and posted video footage and evidence of him allegedly snitching on his security. The security, who ended up taking the fall for everything, said that he was asleep when Lil Meech threw everything in his lap.
Sir, my ID's in my bag.
In the bag?
Yes, sir, listen, I'm a minor, sir. I have security guards. They left that in my bag, sir. I did not pack my bag.
Well, we can get that all straightened out after the fact.
Y'all, Big Meech just threatened Ed 50 Cent in a text message, telling him to stop talking about his son or face serious consequences. This comes after 50 Cent released some shocking footage, showing Lil Meech allegedly cooperating with police and allowing a former friend to take the blame for him. That same friend is now siding with 50, stating he ended up in prison because Lil Meech informed on him. As many of you may already know, 50 Cent has been consistently calling out the Meech father and son duo for several months, but it seems Big Meech is no longer staying silent. If 50 continues down this path, things might take a serious turn, and not in a good way. This situation is no longer just entertainment. It's stepping into dangerous, possibly unlawful territory.
Huh? It's not illegal.
What is it?
It's not illegal.
It's not illegal what?
To have a fight.
Let's break down the body cam footage 50 Cent just released, which allegedly shows Lil Meech cooperating with police and implicating his friend during a traffic stop. The footage is from an incident where Meech's friend was taken into custody, and that friend now claims Meech betrayed him to law enforcement.
Oh. Good, man.
Hey, so we charge you running the guns?
Yeah.
Okay. Which one y'all found it on him? Which one y'all found it?
In the video, both individuals are in custody, with Lil Meech seated in the back of a police vehicle. At one point, he asks the officer, "Did you find the other stuff?" Right after the officer mentioned locating a firearm. The unusual part is that the officer had already stated the gun possession wasn't a legal issue. However, Meech's question prompted a second search of the vehicle. That's questionable behavior.
It's not illegal.
Huh?
It's not illegal.
What is it?
It's not illegal
It's not illegal what?
to have a firearm.
I'm talking about that stuff.
Huh?
That stuff.
Talking about the other guy?
That stuff, yeah.
Yeah.
That's illegal.
And now, the friend who says he was jailed because of this is speaking out on Instagram. Identifying himself as 3 Luck, he posted multiple images of him and Lil Meech together, including that same body cam footage. He claims Meech informed the police and placed the blame for both the weapon and drug-related charges on him. The man added a caption to his post, stating, "This is why I ended up doing federal time. This is exactly what I can't stand, people like Lil Meech pretending to be real but doing disloyal things behind the scenes." He didn't stop there. He also took a shot at Big Meech, criticizing his parenting by saying he raised someone weak, and continued to share more claims about the situation. He claimed that Lil Meech let him take the blame for the gun and drug charges while he was asleep in the car. He also mentioned that 50 Cent supported him for calling out Lil Meech's betrayal, labeling him as disloyal. According to him, Meech later admitted fault, apologized, and even promised to compensate him while also being unfaithful to 50 Cent in the process. He questioned, "Why are you asking the cops if they got the guns and other stuff off me? How? Is that not considered snitching?" He went on to say that the only reason he stayed connected to the guy, who he refers to as a little drug head, was because he believed his longtime friend Merritt, someone he'd known for over 20 years, had good judgment. But now he realizes even Merritt wasn't loyal. He added, "How can you side with the same person who put me in such a bad situation? I had to spend a lot on legal fees and post 3 separate bonds because of this." He criticized Merritt for focusing more on guiding Lil Meech and helping him maintain a clean image, while forgetting who actually protected and looked out for him when he was struggling with pills. And then, he also went on to reveal that he shared that he lost his business investment and now faces losing precious years with his child, all because Lil Meech allegedly informed on him, referring to one of Big Meech's well-known phrases. He wrote, "These are the same people who say death before dishonor, but to them, those are just empty words, no different than saying, 'I love you' without meaning it." As for Lil Meech, he has yet to issue any public response to these accusations. But one person who didn't stay silent, 50 Cent, he quickly called out Lil Meech, labeling him a snitch. Without holding back. To start, 50 Cent posted a screenshot from power actor Michael Rainey Jr.'s Instagram page. In the caption, 50 took a jab at Lil Meech, making it clear he wasn't holding back on the criticism. He wrote, "I'm proud of you, Michael. I checked out your page, lol. This is what happens when you stay off drugs and don't blow all your money on Chrome Hearts jeans." Then, just a few hours later, 50 doubled down by reposting the body cam footage involving Lil Meech. The footage showed Lil Meech allegedly snitching on his friend, and 50 included screenshots from the friend as well. In the caption, 50 wrote, "Yo, how you gonna dump your strap and drugs on your boy while he's asleep?" adding, "Like, here you deal with this, lol." But 50 didn't stop there. He later returned with yet another post, this time sharing a photo from the BMF series. In the caption, 50 once again took a jab at Lil Meech, saying that first he showed up at the airport with a firearm, got caught, and started panicking. Now, he's on camera allegedly informing on his friends, and 50 clearly doesn't care about the backlash. That alone tells you how serious this is. For context, the airport reference points to another incident involving leaked footage of Lil Meech being arrested by TSA after they discovered an unloaded gun in his bag. Not only did he lack a permit for the weapon, but the most surprising part was that Meech apparently tried to argue he wasn't legally an adult, despite being 23 years old at the time.
I know, but
Sir,
unfortunately,
sir.
there's certain procedures we have to follow
Okay,
anytime something comes in that's prohibited, correct?
Right. So listen,
You
sir.
understand that, correct?
Can you please give
Do
me
you
a
have your
chance?
ID on you?
Sir, my ID's in my bag.
In the bag?
Yes, sir. Listen, I'm a minor, sir. I have security guards. They left that in my bag, sir. I did not
Okay,
pack my bag.
well,
I
we
was
can
in
get
the
that all
airport.
straightened out
Please, let's do
after
it.
the fact,
Okay,
okay?
thank you.
But until then, I have to put you in handcuffs until we figure this out.
Okay.
Okay,
Can I
you
call-
understand that?
Can I call my mom or somebody? please?
We'll do that after.
Okay.
All right, just turn around for me. Be cooperative. Everything's on video and audio surveillance. Plus, I'm on body cam. You understand that?
So you
To make matters worse, Meech pulled the classic "Do you know who I am" move, even name-dropping 50 Cent while trying to convince TSA agents of his celebrity status.
You understand? Do you have anything else on you at this point?
No, sir, I promise I don't.
Okay.
Just an actor, sir.
No,
have a
I
premiere
understand.
tonight. Please. Man.
Do you have a
gonna
concealed
ruin my
weapons
life.
permit or anything like
No, I
that?
don't, sir. They left that in my bag. My little brother, he was outside waiting for me, sir. I promise you, sir, that's not mine.
Okay.
I have security guards, sir. As an actor.
Okay.
See how much jewelry I have on me? I went to private school. I'm a good kid, man.
He's saying that he's an actor and he has private security guards.
Does he have
He
a
didn't
security
pack-
weapons permission?
No,
No,
sir.
he doesn't have a.
Listen, sir, I just want to tell you.
Alright? His ID and everything's supposedly in the bag.
Listen, sir, I want to tell you 1 second. I fly every week, sir. I have the security guards, and we'll rush into the airport. I have a premiere. I'm an actor. That's why I have a big chain. Me and 50 Cent have a TV show. Sir, this will ruin my
Do you
life.
have a
By now, it's clear that 50 Cent thrives on situations like this. And with the latest footage of Lil Meech allegedly informing on his friend making the rounds, 50 has fresh material tailor-made for his pointed Instagram content. But there's a new development. Lil Meech's father, Big Meech, has finally spoken out. He's cautioning 50 Cent to back off his son. This comes after 50's recent posts accused Lil Meech of snitching, and even took a shot at Big Meech's parenting. Big Meech shared a few photos with his son, captioning them with, "Nothing can stop us, we all the way up." But it seems he's doing more than just posting supportive family pictures. There may be behind-the-scenes activity as well. After 50 Cent continued to take multiple jabs at Lil Meech over the snitching claims, reports began circulating that Big Meech reached out directly to one of 50's long-standing associates. According to several industry insiders, the message was simple: tell him to stop messing with my son or else. Now, to be clear, Big Meech isn't the type to jump online and talk aggressively. That's never been his approach. But the change in tone is noticeable. In fact, there are even rumors that a few producers connected to the BMF series stepped away from the project, possibly to de-escalate tensions before they cross into real-life consequences. And it's important to note this didn't all begin with 50 trolling Lil Meech. The tension actually started earlier this year when Big Meech connected with Rick Ross. That's what triggered 50 Cent. He went public, accusing Big Meech of being an informant. 50 suggested that Meech cooperated with authorities to shorten his prison time under the First Step Act. 50 even posted a screenshot of court documents, suggesting that Big Meech became a cooperating witness through his longtime associate, Tammy Cowens. But here's the reality: there's nothing in Big Meech's case that confirms any cooperation. He served 27 out of the 30 years he was given. And that slight reduction came from updates to sentencing laws, not from providing information. Also, a rare prison interview with Big Meech recently surfaced where he directly addressed the rumors. He denied ever cooperating and pointed out that if he had, it would have made national headlines long ago.
You can look at my paperwork, man. My paperwork, if I was ratting it to be on CNN, you know what I mean?
You better believe it, my nigga.
Yeah, to be on CNN. You know, you got some people insinuate, Big Meech telling on the Mexicans. How? Look on Wikipedia. It'll tell you Daniel Correll out of L.A., he telling on me. Shit, you know, the penitentiary rules is if you do not call a man hot or a rat or a snitch, or that he cooperating with the government without having paperwork to prove it. You know what I'm saying? Right. If not, you get your bitch ass up top, you check in, or your car check you in. You know what I'm saying? Right. You know, you're not supposed to send oh yeah, I think Big Meech hot. No, you don't think that. You show that, or you keep your opinion to yourself.
And this entire snitching controversy is exactly why fans are split on the issue. On one hand, some argue that 50 Cent had no right to accuse Big Meech of being a snitch, especially after the man spent nearly 3 decades in prison. On the other hand, there are those who believe Big Meech teaming up with Rick Ross was a serious betrayal, particularly since 50 supported Meech's family during his sentence, and was the one who gave Lil Meech his first big break in acting. What's also notable is that 50 previously suggested this fallout might actually stem from something deeper. According to him, the real issue was Big Meech feeling threatened by the strong relationship between 50 and Lil Meech. In a recent Instagram post, 50 shared his side of the story, saying jealousy was at the core of it. He claimed Big Meech couldn't accept that his son was closer to 50 than to him, and as a result, he cut off Lil Meech's financial support. 50 also accused Big Meech of being a negative influence, alleging that he encouraged Lil Meech to misuse substances and spend irresponsibly. In contrast, 50 says he stepped in as a true mentor, trying to guide Lil Meech back onto the right path. The most surprising part, 50 revealed that while filming BMF, Lil Meech hit a low point due to substance abuse, and it was 50 who got him the support he needed to recover. 50 Cent wrote, "I gave it some thought, and I believe he felt uneasy about the relationship I had with Meech." He explained that while he was advising Lil Meech to avoid drug use, Big Meech was downplaying it, telling him he used to do ecstasy like it was no big deal. "I'm telling Meech to relax and stop spending all his money while his father is just talking about how much money he wasted." If you go back and watch some of Lil Meech's earlier interviews, from when he first landed the BMF role, he often mentioned feeling completely directionless before 50 Cent stepped in. 50 not only mentored him but also covered the cost of his acting classes. Well,
he actually came and got me before I even knew I could even act at all, before acting was even a thought. My dad called me one day and told me that he wanted me to fly to Atlanta in his presence so I could meet 50 for the first time and see the first casting that he was doing. You know, so I flew out there and it was lying around the street. And the first time I met 50, you know, it was just genuine. And I sat by him and we actually got to watch people audition for a couple hours. And the next day he called me, 8 o'clock in the morning, woke me up. I'm like, damn, 50 calling me. So I answered the phone, he like, hey, what you think about going to acting classes? I want you to play your dad. And at first, you know, it sounded crazy, but of course, you know, I'm gonna do it. I'm not doing nothing, so of course I wanted to do it, you know, I just didn't know if I could do it.
Despite the major opportunity he was given, Lil Meech reportedly ended up wasting it. Reports suggest he spent the $5 million he earned from the show in just 3 years, without making any investments. Instead, the money went toward luxury cars, designer clothing, and jewelry.
Elliot charged me $200,000 just for this Cuban. This Cuban is like 1,100 grams. It's chunky, real big. I really can't have this on for longer than 3 or 4 hours. My neck started hurting. You know, you might find a regular Cuban for 50 or for 100 maybe, but you know, it's 200 just for a kilo.
What's the pendant cost?
3, just for the pendant. Right here, this is Antarctica. It's the big boy. This is Christine called it Antarctica. It's the chandelier. I might have seen DJ Khaled with this on. It's that big boy, you know.
How much is it cost?
$2 million.
So, in that context, it's fair to say 50 Cent has a valid point. After all he did to support and guide Lil Meech, including helping him reshape his entire life, it's understandable why he feels let down. But when it comes to the snitching accusations, things become more complex. Now, sources close to Meech are accusing 50 of being inconsistent, claiming he selectively decides who to call a snitch based on personal bias.
Do you think Big Meech like told on somebody to get out, snitched, did anything extra?
No. Let me tell you why. Big Meech's paperwork is public records. There is no proof that Big Meech said, hey, bust him, bust him, bust him. Now, the situation with the lady Tammy, the female that he cool with or whatever, mess with whatever, I was having an argument with somebody about this last night. Now, if we go by prison rules and standards, Big Meech didn't sit down with the agents and say, hey, my bro gonna go ahead and settle boy up for me, so make sure y'all give me the credit. So we couldn't make a move on him because his name not in the paperwork for saying, authorizing this. Now, what she did, what would happen, the killers, the homies would be like, well, listen, bro, she your people, she did that with your name on it, so you gotta have her hit. You gotta either have her killed, or you gotta bring a move to her because she implicated your name, or the people got your name, your BMF, whatever, in this situation. You gotta handle this. So I was telling him, I said, bro, this is one of them situations where he had a ride or die. She jumped on him like, I'm gonna get him out here by any means. And you know, I say now, we can't just up and say this. You know, people be like, common sense, well man, did they have that talk? I don't know. So I don't think, you know, I got my own situation, so I don't really think that far into nobody else's situation anyway, but I do my content. Yeah. But if, you see, you know, it's selective politics and it's selective who they gonna call a rat or who they not gonna call a rat in this industry. So we've been saying that since I've been home.
This leads to the bigger question. Did 50 Cent falsely accuse Big Meech of snitching simply because he partnered up with Rick Ross? And now that Big Meech is clapping back and even publicly threatening 50, is it possible that 50 finally crossed the line? Stay tuned, because this situation might be more layered than it first appeared.